Unfortunately, we got to speak on a NFL legend, Hall of Fame, man. I got to speak on my guy, Lakers in 5, my guy, Shannon Sharpe.
Looks like it might
So,
be Lakers in 7 now.
man, it's looking tough. It's looking tough, and
Man,
Shannon was there, man. I feel like he had the spirits up differently. It'll be just sheer confidence, but man, unfortunately, my man Shannon, he had to take a step back from ESPN. So he's in the middle of a sexual harassment claims with an old partner of his. It's a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. I
I think
don't.
she's
I'm gonna.
20. I think she's
She's
20.
20. She probably 20 now, but I'm gonna leave her name out of it. But ultimately, he got into a situation with her. I guess they were dating for over a year, and they had, I'm guessing, because there's an age discrepancy. I don't know if that's safe to guess, but Shannon being 54, her being 19, like we've seen all the sexual detail kind of come out from their text messages, as well as like the advancements that either she didn't want and they proceeded. So ultimately, from what I've seen, is ultimately she said he pretty much did something. He asked her not to do it. She asked him to wear a condom. He didn't. I don't know how things were going prior before, but ultimately, the no word is something that I really have a lot of respect on. So, with that being said, I'm sure my guys heard a little bit of this. Does anybody want to speak on it? Then I'll get my thoughts after as well.
Yeah, man. I heard about the Shannon Sharpe situation. You know what I'm saying? I think these kind of cases are always tricky.
Hmm.
I think that for lack of better words, well, I'd say intercourse, just for the sake of like the pod and all that. We done said curse words, sex, whatever. I
Oh, I thought
think
you
that
said it was fucking.
huh? No, I ain't gonna say that. But you know what I'm saying? Like it just get tricky, man. Like to my knowledge, they were in a relationship, like a consensual relationship. You know what I'm saying? It could be a money grab, it could be some truth to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see both sides kind of going back and forth, her releasing messages, but him releasing messages of her saying what she want him to do to her and all, you know what I'm saying? So I think in cases like these, man, I think when you settle, it just looks bad. It just look like an admission of guilt. But sometimes people do it to save face, but at the same time, it ruins their reputation. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, um, going to court and losing could look just as bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like only they know what happened. Uh, I try not to get too involved with the media. I try not to get too into that kind of shit because I just be kind of like, man, it could just be a money. She could be some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna say how I feel about it personally, but we'll see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I just know that all y'all people out there that got y'all shit together, man, you gotta move smarter. Sometimes people don't want to make people sign contracts. But shit, I'm gonna encourage my kids, if they got any kind of success, you doing anything with anybody, make sure you document it. And that might prevent them from just being out here sleeping around with everybody and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Cause they be like, you know what, dang, I'm so used to doing this that it ain't even worth, what I'm saying, just meeting a girl at the bar and taking her back to the crib and turning up with her because that shit could ruin your life. You know what
Seriously.
I'm saying? I mean, we seen it with Deshaun Watson. We
Hmm.
seen it with Tiger Woods. And, and every other athlete. When something like this happened, next thing you know, that one lawyer, I can't think of his name, but he go and get
Tony
all the
Tony Busby.
he go get all the video vixens and all of the
yeah.
everybody that he just send it out like they got a email for that shit or something because they
Hmm.
all just hitting the same people and they all getting done the same way by the same people. So I don't know, man. That's my take on that, though. You know what I'm
To
saying? I
Hmm.
know about it.
Nah, that's
First of
crazy.
all,
Shar
eh,
defend. Go
oh,
ahead,
sorry.
Ho. No,
I
do
was
your
gonna
thing.
say, if you Shannon Sharp or any person with that much money, millionaire, why are you even talking to OnlyFans girls?
Come on, man.
My
Which to
boy
me,
is
in
a
a
freak
sense,
elite.
is legal prostitution, if we call it what it is. Women online selling their some type of form of sex,
hmm
right?
hmm
First of all, I don't even understand why you doing that. Then the age discrepancy,
You
30
understand
something
why he
years.
doing that?
Yeah, but the way I look at it is, y- I, you seen some of the women out here. You ain't got to go on OnlyFans.
Come on,
Come
man.
on
For
now.
real.
You ain't got to.
You can go to McDonald's.
You Shannon Sharpe. They know who you is. You 6'3", 270 pounds. You look good at 54. And you papered up. You can go in any
56.
bar. You can
Paper.
go any place and grab a chick. But you going to like this don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But it kind of do though, Birdman. I don't want to interject in your point real quick. I'll make it quick. It kind of do because if you a successful person and you want to avoid these kind of situations, then I think those guys deal with sex workers because they like, okay, like they know the program. I pay them, we do what we do, and then that's it. It's just I think
them ain't the type of sex
he was in a
workers he needs to.
relationship
He
with her
need
for over a year.
I feel like
he need to be messed with like.
I was about to say I think that's where he messed
maybe
up.
I don't make that kind of money, and it's like I got a girl, but it's like if you want to just get yours off, and like you need to like you can't hit Long Beach Boulevard, you can't hit Fig, and OnlyFans should be right there with it because the girls ain't too far from that. So it's like when you have your paper, I'd assume in these kind of rooms where guys move different, he should probably be doing some different
honestly,
kind of tricking.
All y'all, none of y'all rich on here, right? Any of y'all rich?
Rich Spirit.
Kenny,
my soul is rich. Goddamn.
Rich Spirit, bro.
OTW. We all.
Listen to this.
All my guys.
Listen to this. Donovan is extremely confident. I've been with Donovan before he was married. Extremely confident.
Appreciate it.
Kenny, good looking dude. Extremely confident. And Kenan is Kenan. He can talk to anybody.
And Hawk is extremely confident too.
And he can make it happen. My point is, there's never an amount of money I'm paying or any of y'all paying. 25 per cheek. That's 1,000 for no woman.
That's what he said. That's what she said.
Don't take it.
Fuck
you
no.
You go to the bar if you want to buy her a drink.
You could buy a car, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like what are you doing?
I think the biggest problem is the biggest problem is like social media, man. Too much shit is like put out there to a point to where people can do stuff. You got people actually having cases and just making up shit, and they really get in trouble for some shit that happened back in '92. You feel me? So it's like anything can happen. To Shannon Sharpe defense, 54 and whatever. If she chose to come in this bedroom, hey, we playing the game. You know what I'm saying? You about to get the ground and pound, bitch. Don't be playing. But my thing is this: if we've been talking for a whole year, and all of a sudden you mean to tell me I got to use a condom, bitch? What? Like, come on, my nigga. Like, hey, man, run it. I'm not playing with you. We've been doing. So I mean, it's some skeptical things that will go with that too. Like, what type of moves is she making? You know, all of a sudden she want him to do certain shit, or it might get deeper than what it is. But I mean, to Shannon Sharpe's defense, if he been fucking with her for that long, how can it be sexual harassment?
So it's a setup.
Yeah.
That's what the first thing I wanted to talk about. Like it's a real agenda going on right there where I forgot what I was listening to. It's just like it seemed like it's a lot of it's always been like a lot of like cases where it's been like sexual assault against not just guys who black men. I'm talking about black men, not just black men who take it there as like a predator, but you're almost getting blended from being a womanizer and a predator. It's like if you're dating this person of a certain stature and they having their way, like women have their way too. Like it's like men have to understand, like you can't just date I don't mean to talk to you in a relationship, but you just can't date. Well, I was gonna say LMA, but you can't just date like a Kalani and think you're gonna have your way unless she just got it for hood dudes. Like ultimately, like you kind of almost gotta come correct, or you gotta understand you coming into this kind of realm where the superficial life, where them super exposed to all this kind of thing, they can have more than one partners and they can do that. And it's like if you kind of come into that realm, I think it is some kind of responsibility with it if it's consensual. But if it's something further, which makes this a very touchy topic, it's like, it's different. But ultimately it is an agenda out there, been one. But I feel like it's right now it's like it's a lot of people settling. And I don't think just settling makes you guilty. And I don't think I know D-Lou has said it, and it's a very common like thought process that a lot of people think. But it's like you gotta think about it. Like say like you got like, boo, I'm a $50 million nigga, And it's like, boop, like this girl is calling me. I know I ain't take it there. I know I ain't this, but the text messages we was talking was real graphic. I noticed how this can make me look. It's like, do I want to keep going forward with this, or do I want to settle, have her sign the NDA for a meal? And it's like, if she takes that, if she take the bait, I got cool. It's like, yeah, I had 50. I had 50 mil, but I'm a $49 million. I'm a $49 million nigga, and it's like, cool. I could eat that loss, and I feel like I'm not in that kind of category where I'm even trying to lose 10 bands. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, ultimately, like, that's a different kind of ballpark. And I think when you have money, sometimes you got to play ball like that to
also
be able to still keep your 49 mil.
From the victim's perspective, but also from the victim's perspective, I don't think that if you really a victim, I can't say, but I'm just thinking, like, if you are, why would you want to just settle and take money? Like, you actually been hurt. You want to see this person actually go down for what they did, not just pay and make this problem go away. There's no amount of money that you can, I feel, can pay if you're a victim of me, and now everything is all fine and dandy. It's like, no, what you did was wrong, and you need to pay for real for it, not monetarily. Like, no, you need to do crime, go to jail, whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
If he took it
both
there,
ways.
Your point, Hawk, like,
if
it's
he took
crazy.
it there, took it there, yeah.
They do.
To your point, Hawk, like, nobody even talk. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead,
no, go ahead. No, I was just saying, like, on both sides, it kind of makes both parties, and I feel like more so the victim than the actual, look bad. Because for the person with the money, it's like, bro, this ain't nothing to me. A meal, 2 meal, I can make this problem go away, and I ain't got to deal with it. But for the victim, it's like, I was actually affected. I'm hurt. The rest of my life will never be the same. So,
yeah, I feel like that is crazy. Like, I always think about that shit too. Like, people don't ever talk about like jail time or convictions and shit. It's always like, okay, this person, they assaulted me, they sexually assaulted me or against my will, and I want money. And it's just kind of like, and I'm good with money. And it's just, to your point, I would imagine, because I'm not a victim, and God bless those who are victims, but it's just like, I would imagine how they feel. Some of the people, and I'm not saying that she wasn't one of those people, but I just can imagine how like victims really feel when they see this kind of stuff, because people be affected for life, bro. Like, some victims kill they, like, some victims harm themselves and all kind of shit just because they can't get over that, even when a person is convicted. So it's like, I know we're not trying to take it that deep. I don't want to take it that deep personally.
No, we got to touch that side, because we kind of touched the side for Shannon. We got to touch the side for the victims too.
Yeah,
like,
I'm saying in general, like, at the end of the day, like, that's just nasty work. And my only thing in my closing statement on that is like, men and women, like, just move smarter. You know what I'm saying? I go back to my take where I was talking about, like, if you're a successful person, you kind of deal with sex workers, like. I remember Kevin Samuels used to say shit like that. He would talk about like high value men and why they deal with people like that, because they could just go and boom, it's an understanding and all kind of shit. So that's kind of where I got that perspective from. Like Ken said, we not rich. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a firm believer in love and loyalty and stuff like that. So I take pride in, like, me and my woman and my situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? And me, Ken and Kenan, we made a pact when we was like 10 years old. We was gonna stay virgins till we was married and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
who broke it first?
One of y'all, for sure, probably. You know what I'm saying?
I think Donovan was just lying all the time.
Don't say it was me, but I'm just saying in general.
Donovan was slick.
Next day, Keenan broke the pack.
When they broke it, I was like, "Fuck it, man, the pack is done." Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying in general, like, y'all just people just move smarter. It is.
That's what I'm saying.
We live in a world of opportunities. Like, man, I got a government job. I'm a driver. Like, people be brake checking us and all kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my license got suspended because of stuff that was not my fault. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not balling or nothing, but it's just people know where the money is at. And if you an athlete, if you're an athlete and they getting you in a text message, it's like, yo, like, Shannon got a daughter that's like her age, bro. She supposed to be on like, hey, pops, don't even respond to that text message.
I ain't even gonna tell Shannon how to act, because it's like old people date young people. Like, it ain't nothing.
No, I'm just saying, like, your daughter supposed to put you up on game. Like, hey, dad, like, don't even respond to that text message. That's wild.
It probably don't even be like that. Like, I wouldn't be telling my daughter who I'm piping. Like it's just like it's just like, you know what I mean. Like it's like, you know, I'm not gonna ask my daughter about advice who I'm even not piping, who is a potential like date I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
hey,
date
baby,
who I
I'm
want to
dating this
date.
girl
I
your
don't
age.
tell my daddy or my mom.
Dating this girl your age.
Yeah.
I should like, what should I take her out on a date to? Like, what y'all like? What y'all into and shit?
Man, take her out. You know, going to go to nuts and yeah, let's go to nuts, baby.
Nah, Shannon was just trying to get his little freak on. It's like I ain't mad at it either because he human. It's like we all do it. It's just
got
when
lost.
you got the cheese, like, and you ain't got like a consistent like he needed Shannon. Like I just said we don't need to tell him how to be doing, but he need to be like fake dating serious. Like you need to just have girlfriends all the time, just so like when you are doing your sexual wild shit, it's like it seemed like y'all was really something. Like we ain't seen this white girl. Like I don't mean to say it like that, but we ain't never seen Shannon with this white girl, little 19-year-old. Like this was some low. Like, you know, we link
I was
up.
about
You
to
know,
say,
we might if we
sneaky
doing the
link
date,
right here.
if we doing the date
he leaving
and we
poker
gonna
night
make it,
early shit.
or it's like he might rent out a whole little spot just so he can be with her and it's low and stuff like this. Like it's like he was doing it right to a capacity. It's just you know what I mean? Like like I don't know. Like I want to put my opinion on it and just say
no
like
man, we just tough for the sake of the conversation.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak for Shannon. I'm gonna just speak for entertainers in that realm. Like, be careful because if you're not like dating serious or doing this, and all these people say like, don't get into marriage or don't date like this because it's bad for your image. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's you know, it's Icarus. You don't want to fly too high. You want to fly too low. Like, stay in between. Get you do what you do, but do it on a respective level. Like, cause there's vultures out there, and it ain't just the women. There's vultures out there that's trying to take your money. It's a lot of stuff out there. You get that money, protect your money. Like any young people, any young black dudes that getting it, like protect your money. However,
yeah, and I think the case would just be over just from the fact of OnlyFans. Goddamn, like what more do we need to talk about? She been clapping cheeks on here the whole time, and she's showing everything.
hey,
so all of a sudden,
until it's proven that it was something inconsensual, Shay Shay is still where Shay Shay belong to me. Like
but what is like, inconsensual nowadays? Because somebody will tell like have you amped, then they emotions get involved, and all of a sudden things can be switched. You know, it's a lot of apps and stuff like that. People can switch your word. It's so much you can do nowadays.
In my womanizing days, I don't know. In my womanizing days, I never knew what inconsensual was. All I like honestly, we was bad. Like we wasn't all living the crazy, you know, the good straight life that we should have or we're on or aspiring to be on. But in them days, it's
always show women respect though.
I never knew like. I mean, it ain't even just respect. It's like be fearful of what the bad could happen as well too. Like yes, show them respect them to the highest degree, but respect it like the police. Like respect it like you respect the president. Respect it like you respect like you know like an OG. Respect the woman's like if you having sex, respect that whole little thing like you respect like Debo. And it's like ultimately it's like. Yeah, you don't want to be a buster and just have Debo beat you up, but it's like ultimately you want to respect it enough to the point that you ain't jeopardizing your safety or whatever.
Yeah, and I don't know if there were conversations. I mean, just from the sound of the conversation, one thing that he did mention was saying listen to the entire conversation, not just that portion of what they were talking about.
My boy said drop the whole tape.
Yeah, drop the whole thing.
He shouldn't have said anything. I don't care what he said. If you get in them kind of situations, use a lawyer. I don't care what Shannon Sharpe said. He fooled up with that. Like he shouldn't have went on live as soon as he got that. And I'm sure he regretting everything he said. We should listen to the whole tape, but Shannon shouldn't be the one telling us to listen to the whole tape.
Shannon thugging for real. He really like that. I know he not tripping.
Yeah, no, he really like that. But sometimes the people that still really not like that, I mean, it's really like that need to shade up.
Yeah, shade up.